I'm Kronicz, and this is Kristol from the most extreme wrestling.
How do we do that now? Do we do that when we introduce ourselves?
For the August 15th, 2011 edition of Raw. It is the first Raw after SummerSlam, one of the biggest pay-per-views of the entire year. A very awesome pay-per-view where a lot of things happen. We go in to see Triple H. Why? Well, because Triple H was a special guest referee, and after...
Who missed the foot on the rope? Good job.
What?
Triple H, special guest referee, who missed Cena's foot on the rope.
Oh, okay.
With his super awesome extra referee skills.
See, I was getting to that. He missed that. Kevin Nash came out.
Powerbomb, not powerbomb,
Jackknife powerbomb, yeah.
Jackknife powerbomb, see, I was right.
Powerbombs him.
Punk,
and...
after Punk wins.
Yes. And Del Rio comes out there and catches him in the Money in the Bank. So there's all these questions.
Champion.
There's all of these questions to be answered.
Who is responsible for this?
Yeah. Who was the one that brought Kevin Nash in? The most likely culprit would be Triple H, because
which is why that I think it's probably not Triple H.
But Triple H was all indifferent and all kind of like, he wasn't happy, he wasn't sad when he saw this happen. He saw it all go down. It happened right in front of him.
Yeah.
So Triple H has got some explaining to do.
Yeah. So Triple H comes out, and he says that he's sorry to Cena because he didn't see the foot because he sucks. And he says he is not involved with the Kevin Nash thing.
No, he says he's
no involvement.
Nothing to do with it. He didn't know nothing.
Zip, zero, nada. Okay, so then we kind of move away from that storyline for a whole minute.
Not exactly, because
he
invites...
Del Rio. Well, yeah,
no, he invites Kevin Nash to come out there
and speak later.
And he says Kevin Nash will speak as long as Kevin Nash gets to say whatever he wants.
He's going to tell the truth.
He's going to tell the truth, because we know that Kevin Nash could be unpredictable at times, and throughout storylines in the WWE, WCW, he's done some very controversial things for good and for bad. So what could Kevin Nash possibly have to say? He's going to be coming out later tonight.
That's right. So anyway, so then that's when we kind of move away. Del Rio comes out and says he wants to be your champion. He's going to sign autographs. He's going to kiss your babies. All these things are going to go down. And I'm like...
He's a likable guy.
I'm like, is he a face now? Like, the audience was confused. They're like, yay! What? But then he makes it clear that he's still a heel because he starts hating on Rey Mysterio.
And everybody there in Rey Mysterio's hometown, 619 area code, is all... They got their signs, they got their shirts, they're all ready to go. And when they start talking about their boy, that is not okay.
It was not okay. Okay, so that was pretty much that.
I like how Rey Mysterio, well, I mean, actually Del Rio, he's a champion, he's going in here, you know, going to have to face Rey Mysterio. Everything's kind of perfectly laid out. They're going to be going to Mexico after they plow through Texas. They're not coming to Dallas for Monday Night Raw, completely lame, only SmackDown, and we're not going to SmackDown, forget that.
It's not worth money, come on.
Anyways, they got this whole thing planned out. Gonna go through Mexico, have Del Rio as the humongous bad dude. Rey Mysterio is the good guy.
Exactly.
So later tonight, we're gonna see Rey Mysterio versus Del Rio. This is actually a match that was set in place before Monday Night Raw actually took place.
Right, because Rey Mysterio's gonna get shot at the champion, whom we were thinking would be CM Punk or John Cena, but we were surprised, and it was Alberto Del Rio, which I do want to add, I thought that was good handling of that storyline.
It was. Well. You want to know something funny?
What?
You know when we was making our predictions and stuff about the pay-per-view? We didn't really know what was going to happen, but we knew it was going to be interesting. Remember when I said, whatever they do, it's going to be like the belts are going to change like 1,000 times. You know, that's the most likely scenario, and that's actually what happened.
Okay.
I thought that was funny.
Alright. Okay, so then we move on. We have Truth, who now has some music.
Yeah, and it's all rocking out like it's like a remix of John Morrison's song.
No, because it's the What's Up song that he had before.
But I mean, all the guitars, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to go versus Morrison in a Falls Count Anywhere match, which, as we know, Morrison is extremely good at with his parkour skills. So it is, of course, an awesome match.
Of course, we knew it would be. I mean, these two guys always put on a good match. We saw them at a house show like a year ago, and it was an awesome
match. Yeah.
And they were palling around after it, and they did some breakdancing. It was a good old time, you know. But that's a house show. This is Monday Night Raw.
We don't pal around on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, they got commercial breaks and things. So it was a good match. They did their little spots. The match kind of ended abruptly a little bit.
Beat him up, and then Morrison came back.
Like broke the barricade.
They went in the crowd. They smashed on the barricade. They did this flying drop kick jump thing.
I thought I saw Ultimate Warrior out there. I don't know what was going on. It was just insane.
And then at the end, there was this chair, like a rolly chair that came up.
Yeah.
And then Morrison ended up like flipping R-Truth backwards over his head to sit in the chair, and then smacking his knee into R-Truth's face, which made Morrison the victor. And that was what happened. Kind of a weird ending, but it was still a good match.
Yeah, I thought the chair was great. You know, I actually did a spot like that in a backyard wrestling match before.
Did you know?
I'm just saying. I think they stole it from me.
I'm sure that they did.
Anyways.
They found those VHS tapes shoved away in your closet.
What is the VHS? Anyways.
Those are on.
The Miz is out there. The Miz, he's a bad guy, right?
He's a bad guy, but I love The Miz.
The Miz is a bad guy. And to prove that he's a bad guy, you got Jarrett from Subway. Is it Jarrett or Jarrett? Jared from Subway. And he's out there and he's like, oh, I just happened to have a Subway sandwich in my hand.
Yeah, I know. And then, like, I like the girl next to him was eating one. Like, while the promo was going on.
It's like,
his
hey,
wife's, like,
have you ever heard of Subway?
Yeah, his wife.
This is a good sandwich.
But look, I just like, because it's like you shoot over and his wife's in the chair, like,
you know,
on her Subway.
I wasn't allowed to take in food when we went to Monday Night Raw. What is up with that?
I know. But anyway.
Completely bogus.
So, Jared's there doing his Subway thing, and Miz is like, man, Jared, you're the worst spokesperson ever. You suck. I could do a better promo than you. So he snatches the sandwich out of Jared's hand and it's like does a whole Subway commercial, but in a funny way.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
So it wasn't obnoxious. It was funny.
If John Cena or a face or anybody that was a face, super face, doing that promo, it would have sucked. It would have been so lame. But when it's a bad guy doing it, it's just like you want to strangle him.
That's right. And so he does the Subway commercial, and he says he's going to be the champion, and he eats his Subway. And that was the end of The Miz.
And he did it all for 8 grams of fat or less, right?
That's right. With his oven-roasted chicken sandwich.
Wait, that's a pretty good choice. I would go for the BMT, or the BLT.
No, it's the BMT that you get. It's the Italian BMT.
That's right. So if you ever meet me in person, make sure that you bring me one of those, because those are awesome. Anyways, what do we got next?
Kevin Nash, they show him coming in. He's building up this thing to the end, you know.
Yeah, they got his little limo.
That's right. I don't think limos are really little. Do I have my little limo?
Any limo
I have a little limo.
Why is there a limo on this table? Any limo is small when Big Sexy is in there.
I'm like the prop girl. I have many props.
No one gives you props. In the comment section.
Mean. People give me props in the comment section all the time.
Alright.
So anyway, so then next we have the Divas match.
Yeah.
We have Eve Kelly versus the Bella Twins, and I'm just like falling asleep. Because I've seen this match at least 15 times.
Brie and Bella, they did some good stuff in the ring, I thought. They worked on the legs of Kelly. They did this deal where they had Kelly's leg up here, and I was
what did you say about that, Kronicz?
I was like, I said something very mean about that, about her ability to do that. Well, probably someone spotted that, and they were
she was lying on the ground with a leg above her head going, ow! And so Kronicz said, gee, I guess that's what she was famous for.
Yeah. Everybody in the back must have knew about that. They were like, hey, why don't you do that spot? Anyways,
I thought it was funny enough to repeat.
Yeah. Kelly, you know, she did her stink face, and I was like... I was like that guy in Indiana Jones where he looks at the staff of Raw or whatever and his face starts melting. He's like, no!
It wasn't the staff of Raw. It was the Ark of the Covenant. Golly. Incorrect.
Oh.
Anyway, so I'm like, lame. Even Kelly win. But then,
the Divas of Doom.
Which I'm thinking was it's Natalya and Beth Phoenix, which I'm thinking originally was going to be headed up by Karma, starting something like we suggested a long time ago with the Ministry of Darkness with the Divas.
We did mention that, didn't we?
Yes, we did. But it was with Karma. But then Karma gets knocked up and leaves forever. And so, well, okay, she says she's going to be back. I bet she never comes back. But anyway,
it's a very strong possibility.
Natalya and Beth Phoenix by themselves as the Divas of Doom, which I think they can pull it off. And I'm really excited.
Yeah, Natalya.
I love Natalya. She's my favorite diva.
And I'm glad she's a heel. It's great.
Thank goodness. And, like, There's finally something interesting going on.
Well, they haven't been in a match yet, but we shall see. Well, I guess they were in a match at the pay-per-view, but you know what I mean. Anyways, Kevin Nash, finally, he's coming out. They mentioned that he was WWE Champion and that he was WCW Champion. So
and I would like to say something else. Kevin Nash is friends with Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. We also found out that Shawn Michaels text message on his Facebook and said that he twittered and said, "I did not do that." That's what he did at his keyboard.
I'm sure. Anyway, so Kevin Nash comes in and he says he got a text right before the main event that said from a friend. He doesn't
Was it
say
from a
Triple
friend?
H.
I thought it was
No.
just a mysterious random text.
He said a friend. Well, actually, okay, first he says he got a text right before the main event that says, no matter what happens, stick it to the winner. And then he says, you know, when a friend asks you to do something, you do it. He never said it was Triple H, despite what the announcers led you to believe. He never said that. So, I think it's still up in the air as to what a friend was. And also, on a side note, did you note that the Raw General Manager stand was back up and running? So, I don't know if they're going to try to, like, work in that the anonymous General Manager was the one that sent the text. I don't know what's going to happen with
This friend could be anybody. It could be anyone from Vince McMahon to Sean Waltman to Razor Ramon. I mean, it could be anybody. To laryngitis. I mean, the list of people that Kevin Nash knows over the years and is friends with is endless.
Wow.
And Sophie is in my way distracting me.
She's eating something.
Okay, Kevin Nash. Go away. Kevin Nash is out there. And CM Punk comes out there, and they have their little exchange of words. And
yeah, Punk says that's a load of crap. Triple H asked you to jump off a bridge. Would you do it?
You know, he's playing like
Punk starts
the
I
young...
do whatever I do whatever I want.
The young angry man.
Shut up,
and
Punk.
Kevin Nash is playing the old, you better respect your elders
say,
role.
thank you, Mr. Nash. And they go back, and then Punk says, I'm going to get in a fight with you. And Nash says, bring it.
And then there's a wall of security guards, which made me think, if Kevin Nash and CM Punk were standing toe-to-toe, CM Punk would look like a midget. Because the dude is just towering over. Will they have a match? We don't know. I assume that CM Punk will have a match with whoever that friend was. But we don't know. The storylines are so complex.
Oh, and then you also pointed out that if CM Punk was Stone Cold, he would have powered through security guards.
Because, man, I was like, please don't do the Stone Cold, because I couldn't imagine, like, CM Punk going... Yeah! And, you know, tearing through all the security guards and then holding them back, and then they got the guns out and everything. But thankfully they didn't do that. They're sticking true to, like, the new style CM Punk storyline, which is a little bit different and is not exactly the same as Stone Cold.
Yeah.
It's just some, you know, variances from different characters throughout the years, which is totally cool with me.
So then Punk says, well, I'm going to go find Triple H. I'm going to go find the source of this problem. Which he never did, by the way. But,
well, he did look.
He looked. But anyway, so then we have a behind-the-scenes view of Laryngitis saying he wants to have a conversation with Nash. Why don't you come into my office and we're going to have a chat. And that's all there was of Kevin Nash.
And he also bumped into Stephanie McMahon, who has smaller...
That's way later.
Well, it ties into it, so I'll go ahead and say it.
But it's later. You're not going in chronological order.
I don't care.
I do. Then we
so
have
I have to wait?
Yes.
What?
We always go in chronological order.
Chronological!
Because otherwise we would have said, like, the entire storyline and missed all the other matches.
Well, excuse me.
That is correct. Anyways, so next we break away from storyline for a bit. Alex Riley versus Jack Swagger with Dolph and Vicky commentating.
Commandeering the match with their vocal cords.
Swagger wins with assistance of Vicky
Guerrero
and JR's hat.
So what is up with this?
Well, Dolph stomps the hat and gives it back to JR.
Oh, that was nice.
There's some more talk of a split.
Yes, but it hasn't happened yet.
No, and so that's just another classic Jack Swagger moment of holy crap, I can't talk.
I don't know. Yeah, and it's possible that he's like trying to get with her. He was like really trying to coerce her into being like,
oh Vicky, I love you. You're so awesome.
Yeah, that whole
the
thing.
Best, most
but next,
thing ever.
We have David Otunga, Michael McGillicuddy, and they're like new gangsta outfits with the little beanie thing.
Oh, actually, you skipped your thing that you wanted to say a while ago.
Oh, Stephanie McMahon was backstage, and she has very serious smaller boobage. which that has actually been a long time, but I haven't actually seen her up close in a while.
Actually, when
I
she
don't
came
remember.
on screen, I was like, "Who is that?" Like I forgot.
But they had the little confrontation. Oh, that would have just fit so much better when I was actually talking about the other stuff. But now we go into the Michael McGillicuddy match versus Kofi and Evan Bourne. So we got all these dudes flying around. I'm like thinking seriously,
and
they could have been in a better match.
But I want to say
Jeez.
that the two Nexus guys almost have their own identity now. Almost. They at least have different outfits.
But it keeps changing.
And different music. So I can almost give them their own identity.
They're like fading into obscurity to me. And they're gone. Kofi and Evan Bourne win. They do their high-flying spots, shooting star press. Everyone's happy. Del Rio versus Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
That's going to be the main event.
Yeah.
Well, it's Rey Mysterio's hometown.
It was good. It was good.
Super face time, super heel.
It was a good move. It was just like, I don't know. So, Del Rio wins. We knew he had to keep the championship.
Well, listen, he's going for the 619. This is very important. This is the area code of the place. He has to hit the 619. Well, there's no dodging like there has been, in previous matches where there's like a million missed 619s. No, he hits it. He goes for his little belly flop. But Del Rio gets his knees up and then kind of clunkishly rolls him up. And then that's it.
Yep.
And then the match is over.
Yep. And then
Cena.
Oh, go ahead.
No. There's a post-match beatdown. Is there always a post-match beatdown in every main event? I mean, what is up with that? It seems like I say post-match beatdown in every review.
Yeah. Well, because, Del Rio, puts him in the armbar and won't let him go, and the Zebra Squad is never there when you really need them. So, they're not really helping. The ref's just kind of standing around, tapping him on the shoulder. And then...
The Zebra Squad was not there because my favorite referee, Mike Chioda, has been suspended.
What?
He broke the wellness policy.
What did he do? I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, it was just on WWE.com before Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't know if he was smoking the dope or he was taking steroids. I mean, I don't know. He broke the wellness policy. And it was on their site. I was like, what is up with this? Maybe he's pulling a CM Punk and he's going to come out and he's going to, speak for the ref.
No, he's not.
Oh. Well, Cena comes out.
My favorite ref is still happily on Raw.
And who is that?
Whose name I can never remember. It's the guy with the longer blonde hair that used to be on WCW.
Yeah.
I know him when I see him.
I can't remember either
He's my
now.
favorite. He has an ordinary name.
Cena.
Cena comes out and saves Rey Mysterio.
He says pissed twice.
Yep.
Bad Cena.
He is mad. Del Rio, because he says, these two guys, they left everything in the ring. You took advantage of it. You are not a champion. You're crap. And then he makes this great line, the best line of the night. He says, your destiny is John Cena whipping your ass. What are you doing to the cat?
He gives a heartfelt speech where he points a lot of fingers and says lots of Nazi words. Naughty words. Excuse me.
The Nazi words.
And then...
Those like Harold Hitler.
And then... That's pretty much it. Was there anything else?
No, because your destiny is John Cena whipping your ass, microphone on the ground, and then there's a bunch of this, hoo-hoo-ha-ha, pointing thing.
And then the little logo comes up, and we now got 5 seconds till the fade out.